scatter plot. Okay, let me show you with some example. See, first do one thing. We need two data for today. So first install, like upload this data. First is empty cars. So the code was empty cars. Data in bracket. And another data which I need is customer churn. So upload this data into your environment because we will be needing these two data for our today's visualization. Whenever you're ready, please give me some confirmation. Okay, great. So let's start with basic scatter plot. I think you must have seen this data, empty cars. Basically, this data contains 32 observation where we are getting like the first variable is mileage, miles per gallon, it's average, and number of cylinders, and like these are the factors which were affecting your like average of the vehicle. So we have taken this. Now let's plot a graph, scatter plot, taking two variables. First is miles per gallon, and another variable we can take it either weight, or we can take HP, or displacement, or anything. So let's take this horsepower. So code for this is very simple. Just write plot in bracket. Now we need to select two variables. First is miles per gallon and second is horsepower. So we have already learned that how to extract these two variables. So the code will be empty cars dollar. We need miles per gallon, so we are taking mpg, comma, another variable will be empty cars dollar horsepower. You can take another variable also, you can take any variable, and just control enter. Now here in the plot section you can check that there is a scatter plot drawn here, and we can see that there is a negative kind of correlation, because as the horsepower is increasing, the mileage is decreasing, and as the horsepower is reducing, the mileage is increasing. So we can see that there is a negative correlation. So this can be helpful tool for finding out whether there is a correlation between two variables or not, and that by the help of this we can find out whether the dependent and independent variable there is a relationship or not. We can take this data, or we should ignore this. If there is no correlation, if example these plots were scattered everywhere, then we should ignore this value. So it is a very powerful like plot for selecting a variable in case of regression equation. So I hope you must have got this. Anyone having issue with this? Yes, you can copy it. There is a button called as export. It's below the help button. You can click on export, save as image, save as PDF, or you can copy to clipboard and paste it on your like Hemant, why empty cars? Because I just wanted to know about the empty cars details. What empty cars contains, like, see, it was used for this. I just wanted to know the description of empty cars. So whenever you want to know description of anything, just write question mark and name of that file or that library. You will get the information for that. So this empty cars was for this. I just wanted to know the full form. I think it's easy plotting. Just let me write the syntax for you. It's very simple. Just write plot and variable 1 comma variable 2. Just write two variables between which you want this scatter plot and it will do that. So the code is for plot in bracket. We need to extract mpg miles per gallon. Then we are doing empty cars $mpg comma empty cars column horsepower. Then we can get this graph in plot section. Now I want to export this. Just click on export. Either save as image, save as PDF, or copy to clipboard, and you can paste it on your Word file. Now let's make one more graph. Now I want to make it for weight. Is there any relationship between weight and mileage? You can see again there is a there is a high degree of negative correlation. It's better than horsepower. So this was the basic tool. I hope I'm going slow today. So can you make these two plots? Okay. Now let's do some experiment with this. What if I need different color for these plots? So for coloring that, we can write a code. Just put comma here, write COL for color. And you can see that after writing COL, it is written as base because it's already inbuilt. We don't need any package for using these kind of graphs. So COL is equal to, let's say I need red color for this. So I'm writing red, or I just let's suppose I need blue. So I'm writing blue and enter. The color will change into blue. You can write whatever color you want. If you want to know what color options are available in R, so just write color and bracket, blank bracket, and enter. You can see there are around 655 color options which you can take. You can select from that. The first thing what we did is we made a plot, scatter plot, using the command plot in bracket the variables which we want. Second thing which I have told you, how to color these plots. So you can use the command COL is equal to any color you want, and if you want to know the color options, then just write colors empty bracket and just control enter. You can know, like, let's see, what if I want to I want this color, navy. Isha, basically scatter plot, let me show you what scatter plot is basically. See, there are two variables. Now if weight x and y, so what we do is we locate this x and y variable, like x and y meets here. So basically it is an intersection of x variable and y variable, so it is not possible to color both the variables. It is an intersection. Like uh, value for weight is here, it is, let's say, no, value for weight, let's say it's 4, and the mileage is 15. So the intersection between these points is your first plot. So that's how the plots are made. I hope Isha and Minal, you both got it. Okay. Error in color. See, a color is equal to, don't write color and bracket. The code is color is equal to, then write blue. Yes, Hemant, after this, we will be doing that bar graph, we will be doing histogram, we will be doing box plot, we will be doing everything, but we will be doing it by step by step. See, the codes for everything is same. Like for codes for like drawing plot, like scatter plot, just we have to write plot. If we need to write a bar plot, then we will be writing bar plot. If we need histogram, we will be writing histogram. One thing which I'm taking time is like for color, giving heading to the name, giving x variable. Like here you can see that x variable it is showing as empty cars dollar mpg and empty cars dollar weight. I don't want this kind of name. I want to change the name. So what we can do is, let's say, let's do some further refining. Now I want that the name of the chart is scatter plot. So what I can do is comma. For writing the name, the command is main, main. You can see that main, and you can see the description, a main title for the plot. So I'm writing main is equal to, let's say my title is scatter plot. Now you can see that the name has been changed to scatter plot. Now what if I want to change the name for x label, x variable, and this y? So for that the code is xlab and ylab. So we can make changes here. Just we need to add more and more things. So now I want label for x and y. So the command is xlab. You can select it here. Now for x it is known as mileage. So I'm writing here is mileage, and for y it is weight. So I'm writing here ylab is equal to weight. Now you can see that it has been renamed to weight, mileage, and name has been changed to scatter plot. So first thing, for making a simple bar plot, you just need to write plot in bracket two variables. If you want to do coloring, then write the code color is equal to any color you want. If you want to rename the chart, then write main is equal to the name of your chart. If you want to change the label of x and y, then write xlab and ylab. And these four things, color, main, xlab, and ylab, will be common for bar plot also and histogram. So I will be not covering this again and again. It will take time. So you need to remember this color, main, xlab, and ylab. This will be common for everything. Clear till now? Okay. Now let's do some experiment. Let's change the color to tan. What will happen if I write here tan? It is not visible. Let's take some bright color, dark shade color. So I will take red. Let's take red. Okay. So by this, your bar plots or scatter plot gets completed. Everything is there. You know how to draw it, you know how to color it, you know how to rename the labels of x and y, and you know how to rename the whole chart. If you want, you can take 2-3 minutes to practice more. And I got some suggestion for doing AI and Python. See, it's not a Python class. I can teach you Python also, but that will confuse you because R and Python is a very different thing. You cannot learn R and Python simultaneously. So it's better to practice or like get mastery on any one command. X lab, write small x, not capital. Yes, Manisha, you can take another data also. You can take like customer churn. Let me take the example. I want to plot. Let's first view that customer churn. So customer churn contain any number. See, we will be planning Python depending on the interest. On the last day, I will be sharing like what else, what other another workshop you need. Like if you need advanced R, or you need Python, or you need any other artificial intelligence. So we can plan that, but that will be on the last day. See, I need any number. Like I cannot take gender or senior citizen for plotting scatter. So I am taking first thing is tenure, because we can take tenure because it has numbers. And we can take monthly charges. So let's plot a graph containing monthly charges and uh, let's say tenure. Okay, so let's see what happens here. Plot. For using this, you need to upload this CR, that is customer churn file, into your environment. So I'm writing CR dollar tenure comma customer churn dollar monthly charges, and I want color to be blue, or let's say green. You can check it here. Scatter plot for tenure and monthly charges. By taking these, we can see that there is no like kind of correlation between two things. It's scattered everywhere, so we cannot find anything else of any. We cannot conclude any. Uh, we cannot make any conclusion out of this scatter plot. Okay, Sana, we can plan time series and data analysis online workshop. Like I like basically my main area of interest is time series only. So I hope now you can practice or you are like you can perform scatter plot. Shall we move to bar plot? CMS big data is a very different kind of field. So let's start with bar plot. Okay. So for bar plot, you must be knowing about bars. What is difference between histogram and bar plots? Uh, with Rangi, I will be covering regression. In regression, you can take either time series or you can take any kind of data for making that model. But I will be not covering like ARIMA modeling or GARCH modeling or anything else, because it is like another level. We cannot take this into basic classes. Bar graph is for no, it's for not for continuous. It's for individual series, and whereas histogram is for continuous series. Individual and discrete, you can make bar. There is a gap between. Let me draw for you. Um, if I make a bar graph, then it will look like something like this. There will be bars with some intervals, and it is used for basically discrete and individual series. Like if I want to draw this for customer churn, then I can classify that into let's say gender. I can make it for male and female. How many males are there? How many females are there? I can make bar plots for that, bar graph for that. And for histogram, it is a continuous series, like for 0 to 10, 10 to 20, or it can be any 20 multiple of 20 or 40. and it is something like this. So you must be knowing, you must know whether you want to apply bar or histogram for which kind of data, that you have to decide. For time series using R, I will share the link tomorrow. There is a book, a very good book for this. I will be sharing that using R. So let's make a graph for this. Before making bar plot, I want to create a table. Like I have made a table containing classification of gender, how many male and how many females are there in my whole data set. There are basically 7,043 observations. I want to know that how many males and how many females are there. So I made a variable x which contains, like, this is the command. I'm writing it on the chat box. Okay, we can plan it for machine learning. Like I would love to conduct that workshop. It is very interesting, but the level would be very high. Means I cannot go that slow, which like right now we are doing it. So here, write the name of the file, that is customer churn. I am writing here customer churn. Your name of the file could be different. So write this command x gets table in bracket customer churn or whatever the name of your file dollar gender. So that will create a table here. And make one more table for tenure, customer churn dollar tenure. Name it as phi. I will tell you why we are making this table. Without this table, what the graph will look like, I will show you that also. So I hope you are ready with this. You have made this x and y variable. So syntax for writing bar plot is just write bar plot in bracket name of the file. Okay, this is the simple command. Let's see, I want to make a table for let's say gender. So I'm writing bar plot in bracket to retrieve gender. I need to write the name of file dollar and gender. Okay, I hope you can see that male and female. So earlier I tried this. I wrote bar plot, and in that I wrote customer churn dollar gender, but there was an issue because this column contains only numbers called as 1 and 2, right? So it cannot make a bar graph for that. For that we need a table containing count of that. We need some table for counting how many males are there, how many females are there, so that we can make the histogram of that. So that's why I have created a table, and by creating a table now we can plot this male and female graph. They are almost equal. If I want to check it, just I'm writing x. You can see that there are 3,488 female and 3,555 male. It's almost equal. Ankita, just write bar plot in bracket, write x, because x I have created for table for gender. Okay, done. Good. So now let's make another bar plot for variable y. For variable y, because there is some difference in that, you can check it. See, now you can see. Okay, now I want you to color this graph. Uh, First, let's do it for that this male and female one. I want you to give color to this graph using any color of your choice. The code for color was comma col is equal to. Now what if I want to classify the color for male and female? So we can do that also. We just need to write this C command, concatenation. I will be writing C. Now for first I need the color blue, and for second I need the color, let's say, green. So we can differentiate it by giving different colors. So try it till here. Can I show number in line? Why? I think it is showing here. You can see the numbers here. You want to write it on top of this? Uh, I don't know, but it's visible here. Let me show you. Can you see it? Okay. Now I want this graph to be horizontal, not vertical. So there is a command called as horiz, Horiz. So we can use this command, and I want this to be true. If I write true means it will make it a horizontal, and if I write it fault, then it will make it a vertical. By default it will make a vertical bar graph. So if I want horizontal, then it will make it a horizontal also. You just need to write this horizontal is equal to true. It will make a horizontal graph for you. Clear till now? Now what if I want to arrange it? Like I want the graph, this bar graph, into ascending or descending order. So we will write a command here after writing X. YLab, I will tell you about what to write in YLab and XLab. So after writing X, write an box bracket, and there write order in bracket y, oh sorry, x. So it will arrange this into, now I want this to be like from higher to lower. Just write a minus here, minus x. So it will change it. Now male is first and female is second. So you can change the order by just opening a box bracket and then order in bracket. If you want it in ascending or descending order, just write a simple ascending order you want, then write a simple like in bracket x or whatever is the name of the variable. If you want in a descending order, then just write a negative value. And if you want to name it, just write main. Main is equal to, it is a bar graph. So it will give the title also. For x, you don't need to write any, like for x lab, you don't need to write anything. Just write, you can write for y lab. So y lab is number. You can write y lab is equal to, it is number. Yeah, number of males. You can just write count or number. You can do experiment with this. See, count is mentioned here. If I want, let's try for x lab also. X lab is equal to, it is gender. So you can add as many things as you want. So it is gender is also mentioned here. So I told you this is common for everything. Color, X lab, Y lab, and main. You can practice it, and you can, like, I will be not doing this again and again in another next that histogram. I will be just telling you how to create a histogram. You can practice it by yourself by using color and this with this, because I need to cover ggplot also. Clear till now? Okay. Okay. Let's add one more thing. Like, there is a border, you can see that there is a black border. Now I don't want any border here. So there is a command called as border and is equal to na. I can write here border is equal to na. If I want to remove the border, just write border is equal to na. It will ignore that border. See, the black outline has gone. uh Sequence, see, first you should try for color, then x lab, y lab, then main. But there is not a particular, like, there is no hard and fast rule, but you should try it first. Write the labeling for x, then y, then at the end the label for your title. It is showing error. What error it is showing? In which command? See, after writing every condition, just put a comma, else it will show an error. Now next is histogram. And for histogram, the syntax is just write HIST bracket. Now let's make a histogram first from empty cards. Let's check the value. I want to make a histogram of let's say horsepower. So the command for that is HIST bracket. The name of the file is empty cards dollar horsepower. Now I want you to give color to this. See, it has created bucket by default. There are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There are 6 buckets here. You can create buckets as per your choice. Like if you want it for only five you want histogram, or only 4, then there is a command called as break. So I will write here break is equal to, I just want 5 buckets in this. It will create 5 buckets for me. But if it is not possible for that, then it will create a default. If it is 6 only, it will make 6 buckets only. It will be depending on the kind of data set. Histogram, I hope some of you must have got this histogram. Okay, thank you. Now let's add some color. See, breaks means if we want to we don't want 6 bucket or 7 bucket. We just want to concise our data into 4 pillars only, 4 histograms only. Then we can write breaks in that. So if it is possible, then it will divide your data into 4 buckets. Else it will make it as per his as per the default only. And if you want, you can change the density also. If you want like here it is created 50, 100, 150. It's interval of 50. You can change the interval. You can make it from 40 to 80, 80 to 100. You can write that also. The command for writing that is, let me first add some color to this. Yellow. Now if I want to change that interval, so for the changing the interval, the command is breaks is equal to, I will write C. Now I want to start it from 0, then I want the interval of 40. I'm writing 40, then 80, then I want 120, then 160, and 200, then 240, and then 280. There is no. What is the maximum value here? Okay, because it is in the limit. The maximum value is 335. I need to increase it. Okay, have you got till here? Now I want you to change the name of X label, because Y is, it is already frequency. Now change the label of X lab by using X lab command and change it into horsepower. Okay. Now if you want to rename this chart, and then you can write histogram. You can write any name for this, and by this your histogram is over. Basically the command for making histogram is histogram, retrieve the variable for which you want to make the histogram, then you can add color, then you can add if you want, if you don't want the border, you can just write border is equal to na, so the border will be removed. But I need this, so I'm just removing this because it is not clear by that. So I'm adding border again. Now let's start with the most important part, that is ggplot. So for first you need to install that package called as ggplot2. So for installing, just click install, write ggplot2 and install. And there was a command also, install.packages, which I told you yesterday. Then after installing it, you need to load it into your this console. And for loading it, you can just click on the arrow or write library in bracket ggplot2. So whenever you are ready, first install that ggplot2 and then ggplot2. It can be done in Excel, right? See, this is just a basic element. If I teach you the advanced part, then you will not able to understand what is the code. Yes, we can do it in Excel also, but see, R is not an I cannot say that R is a visualization say software, but it will help you in eliminating or finding out the important variable. So we need some part of visualization for making some graphs or for just getting the idea. The most important, I will tell you in ggplot. Let's start with ggplot, then you will understand what Excel cannot do and what R and Tableau can do. I will show you Tableau also. If the time permits, I will show you Tableau also, how convenient it is and how you can install it for free of cost. So at the end, I will tell you about that. First, I need to install that ggplot2 package and load it into the library. Okay. Now, ggplot2 is not installed. Why? Click here, write ggplot2. It will select by default ggplot2. Write install. It will take few seconds and it will install it. ggplot2 not available. Okay. Try this command. Are you installing it from CRAN library? Okay, now write this command install.packages, then in bracket ggplot2. Just copy paste it. Okay, see, I told you R is a case sensitive file. If you write any small or capital, then it will not run it properly. Now, let's start. First, let me tell you what is the syntax for that. So before telling you the syntax, I just want to tell you what are the components of graphics. What component you should keep in mind for using ggplot. First thing is data. Data means it is a data set for which you want to make the graph. So first is data, which is the data set. Second important component for this is aesthetic. Aesthetic means the metric on which you want to plot the data, basically like on what matrix, on what variable you want to do the visualization. So second part is aesthetics, and the short form which we will be using is AES. And finally geom. It is also called a geometry. Geometry means on what, basically it will define what graph you want to make. Like if you want to make a bar plot, you want to make a histogram, or you want to make a scatter plot or a box plot. So you need to remember this geom. And finally the facet I will tell you at the end. The important sequence or the important part of any visualization is, first is data, second is AES aesthetic, and third is geo. It should be in this sequence only, then you can make a proper graph. Let me tell you with some example. What if I want to make a let's say histogram for a customer churn? So I'm writing here ggplot. I need to start it with ggplot only. Aesthetic means it is the matrix or variable onto which we want to plot our data. Like if I want to plot my data on gender basis, then I will use gender as aesthetic. If I want to use uh, make my graph on the basis of, let's say, uh, this variable, tenure, then I will use tenure. So first is data, and then on data on which variable you want to make the graph or you want to classify your data. That is called as aesthetic. Now I hope you are clear with what is aesthetic. For we will make some make some like graph, then you will understand basically what it does. So starting with any command, uh, for bar plot, for scatter plot, for box plot, any command, we will start with ggplot. Then we will write data is equal to name of the data. So in my case, the name of the data is like customer churn is CR. You can write any name, like what by whatever name you have saved it. Then second important part is aesthetics. So I'm writing AES. So let's say I want to make a graph on for X variable. I want to make a graph on tenure. So I'm writing here X is equal to tenure. Right. My first part is complete. Data and aesthetic. I have done it. Now the second part is what I want to make. I have told you that geometry. So I'm writing geom underscore, like I want to make a let's say histogram, so I will write HIST. So it will take it as histogram. So this is the basic code. First ggplot, then data and aesthetic on what you want to make your graph. That I want to make my graph on tenure basis, so I am writing it tenure. You want to make this graph on gender basis, you can write gender or any classification, and just press Control Enter. You can see that the histogram has been made. Now it will give you some suggestion. It's suggestion like use bins is equal to 30. Pick up a better value for bin width. Means the gap, the difference. For that, it is suggesting you should take it 30. So we will be taking bin width is equal to, let's say, let's try with 30. So all these things will be done in geom. So I'm writing here is bin is equal to 30. It will suggest you what bin width you should take. So I'm writing here bin is 30. Hmm. You can change it. You can write it 50 also or 100 also. Let's see what happen if I write 50 here. See, now the bin has decreased. Now if I write it 20, you can see the spread here. So depending like what is like is more informative for you and what is more like useful for you, you can change the bin width according to that. It is purely dependent on the user. There is no fixed guideline. It will suggest you the better bin width is 30 or 40, anything. It will suggest you automatically. How to download ggplot? I have already given the command in the chat box. You can check it. There are two commands. First, install dot packages, and then you need to use library command, library in bracket ggplot2. It's ggplot2, not ggplot. Now, if I want to, again, the next part is color. So I can add colors in this geom into histograms. Like, let's say I want to add colors here. So I'm adding color is equal to, let's say, green. In this case, now see, it has given the border of green. So the color code COL will give the outline, only the color for the outline. If you want to fill inside, then I need to use the command called as fill. So I am writing here fill is equal to, let's say, I want black, let's say red color. So you can give different color to inside, and the border can be different. And if you don't want any color, then you can just write NA for that. So by this you can fill color, and you can, like, for border it will specify, it will give a, you can differentiate it for every bar. Till now it's clear, like how to make a bar graph, how to fill color, and how not work. What is not working, Shraddha? Let me write the command for you. Just write the name of the data file, whatever you have saved it. Okay. Now after this, I want to write the name of, I want to give the name of this chart. Graph does not showing. I am not able to install ggplot2. I'm not sure why it is like giving you trouble with this. Uh, right now you can practice it on cloud. Practice on cloud. We will be discussing this after this class. Why it is not installing? There might be some technical issue with that. So now I want to name. Yeah, I want to give the title. So the command for that is main is equal to, and let's say the title is histogram. I think it's not working here. Okay, we will be trying into another graph. Now I want you to change one more thing. I'm using this command, first command. Now in aesthetic, I'm using a command called as fill. So after writing tenure, just write comma, then fill is equal to let's say by partner. Let me tell you what is partner in this. For yes and no, so it will tell you about yes and no. You can check it in the graph. How many are like for this bar graph? How many are yes for tenure for yes, and how many are for the no? You can make a different. You can give different colors also for this, and you can for in case of partner, you can write it for gender also. You can make this graph for gender also. Like let me try this for gender. Um, if I try it for gender, then what will happen? Fill in case of partner, I'm writing here gender, then it will classify on the basis of gender, about on male and female. Yes, Shraddha, you need to write ggplot2, and in this for this code you just need to write ggplot, not ggplot2. Just write ggplot. So now I want you to use this command in aesthetic. Give fill. You can use partner or gender, anything, and make this graph. And I got this. Actually, we were using the basic command for that. For naming the command, it is not main. It is gg title. It is gg title, and now I can write it. I want the name as histogram. It will give the title also now. Histogram. ggplot and ggplot. Actually, ggplot is the more advanced library in which you can get see more variety of tools and you can explore more. But for ggplot2 also, my syntax will be ggplot only. So please write it for making, yeah, or giving the title. The command is gg title. Clear till now? Okay, let's move on to bar graph. See, the command for bar graphs is also same. Just let me copy it for the first command. The syntax is same for that. Just in case of geom histogram, I need to write geom bar. Fill command is not working. Write fill is equal to gender, and please check like the case of this, like partner, in this partner p was capital, and in case of gender g was small, and you should put a comma and there should be two bracket. See, bins is the difference. It is distance between two bars, like the spread or width of the bar. So that bin show you that the width. You can count. There are number of bins in this histogram. So let's first make the bar graph for this. I am making a bar graph for tenure. This is the bar graph for that. Again, for doing filling the color, the command is same. Color is equal to blue, and I want to fill the command is same. Now let's try with some another say like another variable. In case of tenure, let's try it for a new variable, dependents. Now I want to fill the dependents, like there are two dependents, 0 and 1. So now I want to fill the dependents by device protection or any other. So let's make it in aesthetic. Let's add the command fill, comma, fill is equal to, now I want to like do this by device protection. Let me check the spelling and the cases. Protection. Is okay. Now, can you see that? Now the dependents, now it has been classified by device protection, and it is, you can see that in the, now device protection, yes, no internet service, and no. So by this it has classified it into three blocks. So we can make this kind of graph also, bar graph also. Any doubt till now you can ask. Just error in function. Please check the comma or the device protection spelling. It should be same as it is written in the file. Let me write the code for you. You just need to change the name of your file and just copy paste the code. Yes, Shraddha, you need practice for this. Even I, like, for teaching you guys, I need 4 to 5 hours of practice every day, because I cannot remember every command, because there are multiple commands in this, and for every different bar graph without ggplot, with ggplot, there are different commands. So you need practice, regular practice. But the best thing is that you don't need to learn everything. Like, I am interested in time series, so I just remember time series codes, and because I practice time series only. So you need to identify that what is your area, just practice those commands, and you should just know. Basically, you can note it into your notebook, and you can learn it. You can, like, whenever you want this, then you can use it in, like, for future reference. For giving it different, I just, what I did is, in aesthetics, in dependents, I have filled the color in case of device protection. So I've written here device protection. If you want, then you can change it. You can take, let me check. You can use internet service also. Let's make the graph by internet service. So I'm writing the code again. In case of this, I'm writing here internet service. I want to know that how many dependents are there in the basis of GG title is used for giving the name of the title, like name of your main graph. Yes, a ggplot is a very good thing. I told you, you can perform many things which you cannot do it in R also, in this Excel also. So I'm writing here is internet service. But when you will use this Tableau, then you will forget R also. It's more beautiful than R. Okay. Now I have written internet service. Now you can check it. DSL, fiber optics, and no. So you can identify majority of the person who are using it, this who are not using it is fiber optics. So you can classify, or you can use gender also. If I changed it, the dependence to gender, then it will give me on the basis of male and female. Now I want a different, like, it's in the same bar graph. I want a different bar graph for different colors. So there is a command called as position. In geom bar, just write position, and it is equal to dodge. Just write dodge in single inverted comma. So what it will do is, it will make the bar graph like this. So you can use whatever the type it suits you. You can use it by using dodge or without dodge. You can use this as per your convenience. And again, if you want to name this graph, then just use the command gg title. If you want to change the x label and y label, the command is xlab and ylab, and then you can change everything. uh, have you made till now till dodge? Okay. Now, last, because I'm not taking this box plot today, because then again it will become very heavy for you. I will just tell you the command, and then you can practice, and then we will be discussing that box plot tomorrow. I'm just taking the last topic for today, that is scatter plot. using ggplot. So I'm just writing it. I want to make us now. Uh, we have made a scatter plot before also using this. Let me show you again. We have made a scatter plot like this. Now let's compare it. If what if I make this same scatter plot by using ggplot? I'm just writing these comments so that if I share the code with you, then you can remember these codes are for which type of graph. So the command again is same ggplot. Name of the file is data, or I can just write data is equal to empty cars. Now aesthetic is I want to make this graph on the basis of again mileage and weight. I am taking AES as x value is equal to mpg, and y value, yeah, y variable, that's is equal to weight. And I want to make a scatter plot, so I am writing here geom underscore point. Now you can compare this. This is a better way of presenting a scatter plot. It is more clear and visible. Now I want to like change the size of these dots. So I can use the command called as shape. So I'm using it in geom point. Shape is equal to, let's say, let's start with a number, random number 15. Then you can check it is in a square thing. Now what if I write this number into 20? You can play with the numbers, and whatever like size suits you, you can use that in your presentation or your research. Now it has become more smaller. Whenever you increase your size, the size of this plot become very small, and it will depend on the number of data, because in this case there are only 73 variables, so it is not very clustered here. If there are data is more, then we need to use the shape size, we need to increase the shape size. But if the data is less, then I can reduce it to 10, or to 8 also. So you can make visualize clearly. Now you know how to color it, so I can change color also. So I can take any color for this, blue, red, whatever I want. Are you clear till now? Let me give you one more example for using scatter plot in case of this customer churn data. So I'm making a plot, ggplot data is equal to customer aesthetic. Now I want x is equal to tenure, and let's say I'm comparing it with my total charges. So y is equal to total charges, and then add geom point. Tenure, let me check the spelling of tenure. It is small t. Okay, so it would be, so you can see that as the tenure is increasing, the charges is also increasing. Now try making this graph. Let me make one more graph for you for further practice. Let's make it for internet service also. Done till now? Have you got this kind of graph? Scatter plot? Okay. Again, you know how to color this. You want to change the color, just write here color is equal to red. It will change the color into red. Okay. You can use different color for this. Now I want to fill the aesthetic once again. So I'm writing a command in aesthetics. That is, let's say I want to take fill by or color by partner. Like we were using fill command in this bar graph. Here we are using color command because there is nothing to fill because it's a dot. Now I'm trying one more thing. In case of partner, let me check internet service how it look like. So in case of partner, I'm writing internet service. You don't worry about it. I will share the code with you. You will be getting all these codes. Now see, you can see there is a clear difference, like which has a higher correlation, which value has lower correlation. And again, if you want to name the graph, the command is same: gg title xlab ylab. You can just you just need to write addition here. You need to write plus gg title, like I'm let me gg title, and I'm writing here scatter plot. You can write anything and just control enter. You can change x variable, y variable, you can write anything as per your choice. So this ends your scatter plot. Now I want to tell you one more thing. It is called as faceting. Like earlier we used the command called as dodge. So dodge is similar command. What it does, it differentiate these colors into different graphs. Like if I want to change it, I need to add one more thing called as, at the end of any graph you just write wherever there is multiple colors, just add facet underscore grid, and in that just use this command, shift. And on the basis of, like in this case, I have used this on the basis of partner, internet service. So I'm writing it here, internet service. I need a division on the basis of internet service. So now it has segregated all these three graphs. Now you can compare it easily. No change in graph. And which graph? So it's a very beautiful application, facet grid. You can use this at any case also. Like in case of this first, let me check here. I have used this command. Now if I want to use again this facet grid, then it will, on the basis of device protection, it will differentiate into three different graphs. Let me show you with some example. Facet grid. And here it was internet service. See, it is again differentiated into three different colors. You can use it as per your choice, but it is a very good option. And those who find interesting visualization, they should try Tableau once again. It's a very good platform for doing visualization, and it is free also. It is called as Tableau Public. You can install it, Tableau Public. The only drawback is that it saves every data on cloud. You can download it, but it saves everything on cloud. And for that, for desktop version, you need to pay, and you need to pay very heavily. So it's a very good platform for visualization. You can use it. You can practice it on Tableau. This, let me show you. I have this with me. Tableau Public. I'm writing the name here. You can download it, and you should explore it. And someone asked me, sir, like about AI and everything. There are some free website, IBM website. You can use that website. I'm sharing you the screen. Uh, you should try that. It's a very good platform. You can just use it. You cannot change the code, but you can see how AI is or AI or what companies are doing right now. So let me share that screen.